We live in a culture far too dependent upon professionals. We live in a culture that hires people to paint their walls, fix their doors, patch their ceilings, change the oil in their cars, make their birthday cakes, clean their homes, and nanny their children. We pay doctors to tell us we're sick and give us some horrible medicine made from things we can't even pronounce. We pay massive companies like Walmart and Amazon to buy everything we need. We have become dependent, soft-handed culture. What if we paint our own walls, fix our own doors, and patch our own ceilings? What if we changed the oil of our own cars? What if we learned to bake? What if we cleaned our own homes and took care of our children? What if we learned to cure ourselves? What if we made our own soaps and candles? What if we learned to garden and make yogurt? What if we got some chickens? What if we learned how to live? As humans, we are called by God to take dominion of this world, and it starts in our own households. On today's episode of The Junk Drawer, we'll discuss the importance of learning these skills and being fruitful with the work that God has given us as young, faithful men and women serving the King.
Welcome back to the junk drawer, guy.
Hey, welcome back. So, obviously, you already know what the topic is for today, but give me a little break because I didn't actually do anything to get ready for this at all. This basically the last two episodes, and probably a bunch of them to come, are all only happening because of Hadley. I've been working extra jobs and I just don't have time to be putting this together. And so she, the amazing girlfriend she is, has come in and completely taken care of it for me so I can just show up and record it and then do some quick editing and send it out.
Well,
So like we really wouldn't be having these if it wasn't for her.
you do all the things for me, so I can't edit.
Yeah, I gotta
There's
do
your
that.
side of things. No, I got the whole on today's episode of the junk drawer. I got that from Bright Hearth because I've been listening to that almost nonstop whilst folding laundry and driving to work and whenever else I do it.
You guys hear that? Doing housework and then also going to work. She's basically like a superhero at this point.
Says you.
And she still makes time to do the podcast.
We started the recording like a minute ago because we couldn't stop flirting with each other. And it continues. So here we are.
Oh yeah, always it continues. But anyways, the housekeeping. So there's the Discord server, and the little note on that is the topic for today's episode actually came from the Discord server. We had
Oh yeah.
Taylor Kwan. If you don't want me using your name, I'm sorry, but you're starting your own podcast. It's gonna happen. Uh,
Is
Taylor
he the
Kwan gave
Waffle
us the.
King?
Is that? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
that
Waffle
was
King
his
on Discord.
that was his the Waffle King 02 something.
Yeah, he's also Pen and Dagger. But yeah, he gave us the topic for today. So
I didn't realize that
shout
was
out to
Taylor.
him.
Thanks,
Yeah, that's
Taylor.
Taylor. Um, yeah, basically, I guess if you want like an actual what it's about, the topic's on basically doing things yourself, like learning your practical skills and whatnot, instead of just like practical, like non-college skills, stuff you don't need to go to college for.
I mean, they
Let me
can
make
teach
sure.
it in college, but just life skills.
Yeah,
Because they'll teach cooking and stuff at a culinary school and how to fix your car at a mechanic trade thing.
yeah, but that's not a college thing. My brother's a mechanic, and no
Uh,
college for him. You seriously just go in there and they start teaching you like the framing I do.
which is fantastic.
Yeah, so I do construction and handyman work, and I do all that, and I had no college at
And
all.
he calls me a superhero. Yeah, he knows how to do everything. I kid you not. Was it the first time he came over, he patched like he patched our ceiling because our ceiling was falling apart and he patched our ceiling.
So I don't remember if I told your parents this, so don't tell them. But I actually don't think I knew how to do that. I
You
just
did
figured
it.
it out.
Oh, it was great. I got to just sit there and watch you. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. And then the second time you were you drilled up some hooks for the fort thing we were making for a certain someone's birthday party.
Yeah, that one was more
Oh, you also,
sketchy even.
you think so?
Yeah, because then you have to make sure you hit it into a stud, otherwise you're in big trouble, and you don't want to put a bunch of holes in the ceiling.
Mm.
Unless you live where I live, and they're going to tear the place down in a couple months, so it doesn't matter
You
if
can,
I have 8 holes.
and you
It's
can
actually
just,
sticking something up, and yeah, 4 holes. Took me 4 holes.
yeah, you can just hang a punching bag. I was gonna say kicking bag, but that's not correct.
Yeah, it's a punching bag, Missy.
It's a punch. I think I was thinking of like kickboxing, and then I added bag at the end of it. Kicking
I
bag.
mean, it could be a kickboxing bag, I guess, but I don't do
Do you come
kickboxing.
home from work and just beat the crap out of it sometimes?
Not anymore. I took it down. It was in the way and annoying.
Oh,
I still have the hook up there, and I could put it back up if I wanted to, but I've just been
you
so
could put a
busy.
swing. You could put a swing in your room instead.
I would not trust that to hold me in a swing. It took me a long time to
Why?
even start trusting the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I just started thinking, if anybody even listens to these anymore, just bravo, because we get so off topic. Like we're not even into the topic yet, and I don't know, how far in are we? By 5 minutes?
Don't look. Don't
12
look.
minutes? I can't look. It doesn't have any way to tell me. But
Okay, I can ask you questions.
oh, you love doing that.
I love doing that because I don't need to talk. I can talk when I want to, but I don't have to talk. Okay, why is it important to learn practical things? Why is it wrong to depend upon others? Is it wrong?
Ooh, 3 questions in one.
Okay, just start with the first one. Why is it important to learn practical things?
Well, because when you learn a practical thing, you can do something that's, practical.
Yeah,
See, I can't answer
true.
that first question unless you bring in the other one first. It's like, should you be depending on someone else all the
Mm,
time? And I don't think you should as a man. You shouldn't be constantly dishing out these jobs around the house to other people. Because one, there's no way a woman's gonna find that attractive.
common.
Like how unattractive is it if you're just like, oh look, the yard needs mowed. Let's go hire someone. Now
Yeah.
sure, there's a time and place for that. Like I did yard work or not yard work, it was what was it?
The
Wow, man,
weeding
I know
thing.
what I did. The what?
Weeding thing.
No, not the weeding thing. Landscape. I did landscape for somebody. He's like, he could do it himself. But
Oh
the
yeah.
thing is, he gets paid more than what he's going to pay us to do it. And so
Yeah.
he's making money by having us do it instead of just doing it himself. Like, let's say, for instance, you make $60 an hour. You can pay someone $30 an hour to do this job for you, and then you can go work. So instead of
Hmm.
doing it yourself and losing $60 an hour, you pay someone else to do it and you gain $30 an hour. Like in
Hmm.
that sense, so if you have a job where you're making bank and you want to keep getting paid, but you have these other things that need to get done, hire someone else out to do it for cheaper than what you're getting paid, and then you make money. But if it's like, I just don't want to do this or I don't know how to do this, just take a little bit of time and learn how to do it. Because then not only will you get skills, which will make you more valuable in basically anything, but you also just be more attractive. And like a
Yeah.
lot of marriages, you'll see like one or the other saying, "Well, I just don't like. I'm not attracted to them anymore. I don't feel this spark anymore." And I'll bet you a lot of that is because they just don't do anything. They always just hire someone else to do it.
Yeah. Women are attracted to men who act like men, and men are
Which
attracted
isn't,
to women who act like women.
yeah.
So
The couch potatoes are kind of,
yeah,
man. People are gonna get mad at this. Couch potatoes suck.
they can get mad at
Most of
that.
them are
That's okay.
ugly. Most of them are fat. Most of them are
Most of them
lazy.
are lesbian. Most of them aren't trying to attract a man anyway.
Yeah, but no. I guess what I'm trying to say here is you shouldn't have to rely on someone else to do everything for you.
Yeah.
There is a time and place to have somebody else do something, but for the most part, you should be able to do most of it yourself. Now, whether or not you actually do is a different thing. Because relying on someone is different than using them. And now, right off the bat, you're saying, "Oh, well, you don't want to use someone. That's mean." No, use them, but bless them in doing it. So, like that instance where the 60 guys getting paid 60 an hour, pay someone to do 30, to pay someone 30 an hour to do something. Not only are you making money with that, but that other guy's happy to be getting $30 an hour. It's a win-win. And if you can get win-win situations, take them.
Mhm.
But if you're basically just like, if you're losing money, so if you make 20 an hour and you're paying that guy 30 an hour instead of doing it yourself, it's a win for him, but it's a lose for you in multiple areas.
There's also like
So,
cases like that on the women's side of things. Like the Bright Hearth podcast. I think she hires some tutors sometimes. She's got like 8 kids or something, and she's always pregnant. So it's okay to hire some help, but she's
yeah,
also doing everything under the sun. Like she's always doing something, and she's very much a Proverbs 31 woman. And then a Proverbs 31 woman can hire some help. That's okay, but
yeah,
it's just depending on the help more than you should, to where your nanny is more of a mom than you are. It's not good.
yeah. Just like for a woman, it's like, oh, she's more of a wife than you are, and then like more wife and a mom. And then like whoever you're hiring is more of a husband. That's where it becomes a big issue.
You're doing it wrong.
So yeah.
Okay. What kind of things should we learn?
I'll answer for the guy side.
Okay.
You answer for the girl side because I'm not a girl.
You aren't? Mm-hmm. Guy side.
Guy side. So for a guy, there's lots of things you should learn, especially as a guy. I'm gonna kind of keep it to just a few, like a few of the important ones. But one of the huge ones, like this one is absolutely huge. If you can't do this, pause the podcast episode, go to a father figure, a grandpa, a brother, YouTube if you have to. Use YouTube as a last option. But go to them and figure out how to do this, okay? Right away. Change your own oil in your car. Do it yourself, okay? Stop taking it to a shop. Learn to do it yourself. You're a white collar guy, your hands aren't calloused, they're always super clean. I don't give two craps. Go to the store, buy some oil, buy a filter, get under the car without a mat. Do it without a mat, all right? Straight onto the driveway
Character
and
building.
change your oil. Just do it, okay? Stop crying about it. Stop taking it somewhere else. Change your own oil. It's a waste of money to have somebody else do it. Now, sometimes it's better to take it to someone else. Okay, but here's the catch. That's normally when they're doing it for cheaper than what you can even buy the oil for. Because sometimes places do that. And at that point, you're saving money and it's like, it's not as bad to take it to them.
Saving money and time.
Yeah. Another thing is learn to do just like minor, like drywall patches in your house. You don't need to know how to do a whole like all of the drywall. That's okay to hire someone for. I personally probably wouldn't hire anyone because I know how to do it. But for patches, just small patches, let's say you have a couple holes in the wall. Learn how to patch those. It's not that hard. It's actually really easy. The light fixtures. Learn to change your own light fixtures. I was at a helping someone out on a job once. Never done light fixtures before, right? They didn't really care. They told me it was easy and then they had me do it. I figured it out. All right, guys, it's so stinking easy. If you can't figure out how to change a light fixture, go jump off a cliff.
No.
That's not to say don't ever get help. Like they helped me because there was some weird thing going on where for some reason they had 2 extra grounding wires in there. And then I found out it was actually just pigtail and I had to take it off and then we didn't need it.
Yeah.
But like still, just figure it out. It's easy. Eventually I probably would have figured that out, but he was paying me hourly, so he didn't want me taking too long. So we got car oil, drywall patches, ceiling light fixtures, and all that. Um, Yard work. All right, this one takes basically no skill at all. It just takes some muscles. Do your own yard work.
Muscles. Seth's got a lot of those. For those of you who can't see him.
She's smirking like crazy right now. See if I can get 5. What's one more important one?
Do you think pipe stuff is important? Like sink stuff? Or not as important?
I don't think that's as important, but that could change. I just haven't had a need for it.
Right.
But I guess I'd say the
Hey.
last thing is basic electrical stuff.
Mm,
Just the very basics.
yeah.
Like you'll get that pretty much when you do light fixtures, like, oh, this wire go with that wire. You need a grounding wire. That's all really simple. I don't know a lot of that yet. I need to learn more of that still. Just haven't had much of a chance to learn yet. See, a lot of this stuff you're not really going to be able to force yourself to learn. It's just when it comes up, just figure it out yourself.
Hmm.
Like for the electrical thing, I don't really know almost anything about that. The reason being, the only time I really had chances to do it is when I was really young. Because that's when before we moved out to Idaho, we lived in Michigan. We'd constantly be getting flipper houses. All right. I was young at that point, and so my father didn't really trust me with a lot of the electrical stuff. We'd help out with other things. And now, if I had the opportunity to learn more electrical stuff, I will. Until then, I'm not going to be super versed in that. But just like learn it. It's not that hard. Same thing for like the fixtures. Not that hard. Changing oil, that's got to be the easiest thing in the world. Like mechanic shops, they're like, dang it, I have the oil change. This is easy and like takes no time. Kind of a waste of my time, even. Like that's how easy
Mm.
oil changes are. Drywall patches, even the bigger ones are easy. And yard work, like I don't even have to say anything about that. If you don't know how to do yard work, also go jump off a cliff. And don't tell anybody because no one's gonna miss you.
Wow. Okay.
And
That's being cruel.
I'm gonna say a couple for the girls on these ones. I think
Okay.
most girls, you should know how to do oil change. Oh, for guys, I got another one. Know how to change tires.
Okay.
That's just one I remembered now. But girls should know how to change oil. They should know how to change a tire. They shouldn't have to do those, like ever, because they should have a man who can do it for them. But they should know how just in case. And then yard work, obviously, that's just working hard. So you should know how to do that
Hmm.
too.
Hmm. Is it my
Now,
turn?
Hadley.
So Vaughn said something in, I think, your live sessions. And he was
Oh,
like,
guys, she got it right this time.
I got
Normally
it
he
right.
says live lessons.
I typically say live lessons because my dad's an online teacher, and then we won't mention the typo that Seth said one time.
Yeah, let's not
Because
mention that one. That's just a little weird.
he said it
We all can
worse.
probably guess. Let's
Yeah.
just say I got the session word right. Moving on.
Anyway, he was saying that a girl should know how to run a household at 12, basically. So you should know how to do laundry and dishes and change a diaper and run your household by the time you're 12. And I think that's pretty valid. You should know how to, okay, yeah, cooking. You should know how to cook. I mean, at 12, you're not going to be the best cook, but you should know some basics. And at 12, you're not going to be the best at like interior design stuff. I feel like those are skills to be cultivated. See, there's so many skills in the home because not only are you
That's what you got to narrow it
working,
down to 5 or 6.
you're not working towards just the practical, you're also working towards the beautiful. So things that are both practical and beautiful. You're trying to make your home inviting, but also practical for the 6 little ones you have at home.
See, guys,
So,
this is why you appreciate the women. We don't have to make things as beautiful most of the times. We just got to make it work.
like your framing hammer. And it doesn't matter. We're covering this up with drywall.
Yeah, I don't know if she even knows this, but framing hammers have these waffle pattern on them.
I know it because you
It's
showed
when
me
you
the
just
new hammer.
when you hit it on like wood, it leaves these indents. And like this is what it's like to be a framer. It's amazing. You mess up your cut. Let's say like it binds and like tears part of the board. You put it in because it doesn't matter. Someone's gonna cover it up. As long as it's structural. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to you.
Okay, skills for a girl to learn. So no. Cooking is
Yeah.
obviously like a must. Can I hear what? You're
The
clickety
typing.
clacketing. Slightly. But I think it's
Okay.
fine.
Now keep going.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think cooking and then learning interior design stuff. Also just being like this very active learner. Learning sewing. I would say sewing should be one of them, even though I'm not a sewer. I don't sew. I would like to. Like I've sewed a curtain, but it's nothing big.
Yeah, see, this just proves we're not perfect either.
Yeah. Trying to think of some other stuff. What did I say in the cold open? We don't call them cold opens, do we? Interests.
Cold opens are more like stories, I think.
Uh, um,
If you don't get 5, that's fine. I don't know how many girls
right.
you
It's
need.
mainly just knowing how to run a home, and there's 1,000 things that go into running a home, but I'm just
Okay.
thinking of like,
So you have cooking,
yeah,
you have laundry,
yeah. But that
you
stuff
have
they should
cleaning.
know. Yeah, you should know how to clean. Yeah,
Okay,
I
like
didn't
what
write
kind of
that.
cleaning? Deep cleaning, tidying,
All of it they should know how to do. Should know how to
like
scrub a
12.
toilet. And yeah.
Dang. I'm gonna leave training the girls to you. I don't even know how
Hey,
to
you
do
were
half this
wanting them
stuff.
out helping you with you were wanting your 8-year-olds out
Yeah, but for a
in the
guy,
yard.
it's easy to go dig a hole at 8.
Yeah.
Push a lawnmower, rake up the
Yeah.
leaves. Like, come on, that's easy.
So is
That takes no brain
scrubbing
power.
so is scrubbing a bathroom. A lot of these are really just simple skills, but they're
Changing a
good.
diaper. I don't even know how to change a diaper. Hey guys, here's a little thing. I'm in a family of all guys. All right, the only girl is my mom and my dog, and now my sister-in-law. That's recent. 3 of my brothers are all both within 2 years of me. One's like a year and April, May, June, July, December, January, February. A year and 4 months, and one's a year and 2 months. Okay, somewhere around there, give or take a month. And then I have one more brother who's like 5 years younger. Keep that in mind. I was like 5 years old. I'm not changing diapers, and I'm a guy, so I've never had to change a diaper in my life.
Yeah. I've never really had to.
Heather
I'm more
likes
so
changing diapers. She likes seeing
oh,
babies naked. I'm kidding, guys.
when you say it like that. Um
Oh, I guess I'm not kidding.
no, you are kidding. I just wanted to for some reason. It was weird like
Like I
that.
said, like seeing babies naked.
It's not that pleasant. I had to do that recently when I was babysitting, and
Ah,
I was like, oh yeah, gross. It's not fun. Anyway, it's pretty darn easy though. You just kind of like strap the kid in there.
strap the kid in. How do you strap a kid in? Diaper
In the
story.
diaper. In the diaper. You just
How do you
fold it
just strap
around
them
them.
down to the table and then put the diaper on? I'm like, why would you strap them
No.
to the table?
No, though that would come in handy for a toddler. Because they're all like grabbing things. Newborn
Nobody can
apparently.
see you doing this but me, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because someone's against videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could post it, but then I was like, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we got changing diapers, laundry, cleaning, cooking. Can you get one more? Sewing. There's 5.
I feel like those are pretty lame and basic skills though. I want some
Well, so
like
are all of mine. That's the thing. Like these are like the very basics. Like to us, these are the
bare
basic
minimum.
things that we like. You should know.
Yeah.
Most of our generation doesn't think that. Most of our generation, for the guys, most of them don't know how to change oil. Most of
I
them
think
don't know how to patch drywall. That stuff is super simple for me.
yeah.
That's like easy. That's like not. Don't
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Not yard work. That's easy. Like most of these people don't know how to do it. Like at our age, our generation.
I think
The Gen
hand
Z only
punching.
knows how to do this stuff on a video game.
Yeah. I think hand patching would be on my list of like being able to patch up a pair of pants.
And Hadley,
Thank-
would you mind explaining what hand patching is for all of the guys, including myself? I think I know, but
I think I just made up that word, but it's like you're hand sewing. So you're using a needle and thread. You're not using the machine.
oh,
Granted,
that's two
for a
different
pair of
things.
pants. Yeah, they're two different things. They're both sewing, but one's like you're doing it by hand.
See, guys, this is why I had her do the female side.
And then knitting and crocheting doesn't have to be a must, but it should be something that you want to do. Like there's some things where you should want to know. Oh, you should know how to paint your walls, people. My word. Know how to paint your walls. Do not hire people to paint your walls unless, like Seth was saying, it's just better to do so. It's smarter to do so.
But wait, people don't know how to paint their walls.
I would
Guys,
hope they do.
it's
See, that's the thing. I would hope they do.
if it's exterior, you just scrape off the bad stuff. All right. Then you have this
Aye.
all right, it has this colored liquid stuff in it.
See, I haven't done
Get a brush or a roller, stick it into the liquidy thingy, and then put it on the wall.
Painting made simple. Even though it's already
quit.
simple.
I quit life.
I
I'm gonna
wonder.
go delete myself.
I kind of want to look up something. How do I word this though? I want to figure out like just what average people don't know how to do. I feel like this could be a bad thing to search up.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. So I
So,
looked up what something about what people didn't know how to do, and then I did too. So what did you find?
um, well, one of the things is like a BuzzFeed thing. Young people haven't the slightest idea. 19 common skills Gen Zers were never taught. Have older adults shocked. Things like how to read a map and unclog a toilet and tell time with a clock. But those aren't really the skills we're talking about. So that
Mine was much
so,
better.
yeah. I also had skills for like a homemaker. So
Mhm.
practical homemaking skills: laundry, meal planning, hand washing dishes, mopping and cleaning floors, dusting, cleaning bathrooms, decluttering, organizing, time management, sewing, painting, homeschooling, flower gardening. That's a thing I didn't mention. Gardening. You should know how to garden,
Mhm.
people. You don't have to know.
I'm a guy and I know how to garden.
You should be able to put a seed in the ground, water it, and prune it, and like just these are just very simple things to learn. Vegetable gardening, canning, hair cutting, budgeting, basic first aid. Hey, I gotta practice my tourniquet skills on you, by the way.
Oh,
Ah. Yeah, on you specifically. Home remedies for sickness, making your own cleaning supplies, ironing, making food from scratch, basic home repairs. Yeah. Things like that are very basics, just like you should know how to do this. What did you find?
public transportation, not really important. Like that one I can get over. Cooking from scratch, basic home repair and maintenance, foreign languages, I can also get over that one. Cultural awareness of other countries, I can get over that one. Understanding of other countries' histories and political systems, that one's not even important. I'm gonna get a bunch of crap for that.
Like other countries' histories? I mean, we were taught in
Yeah.
school the history of Rome and different things.
Yeah, I don't think we really just need to know a lot of that stuff. Like, sure, know some of it, know the basics, but like,
Yeah, we
deep
don't
dive
need to know
into it.
all of it. But there's a part
Gardening
of
and
us that.
growing food too.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I interrupted you. Go ahead. I thought we were done. Keep going.
No, I just mean like, dang it, what was I gonna say?
There's a part of us that
Should want to learn those things. Just being a curious person, you know?
I really
'Cause,
don't
like-
think I can care very much less. Like, okay, I know America, and then I know broad, like,
Oh,
world
whatever. You
history.
love stories. You love
Yeah, but I don't care to get into the nitty gritty of all their histories.
Yeah.
I'll take a
Good.
broad overview, and that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there was the gardening one. She talked about that. Here's one we didn't talk about that I forgot about. Is financial literacy.
Mm.
You should know how to do your finances. That means make a budget and mostly stick to it. A little leeway is okay. But basic survival skills. That's actually like, yeah, I guess most people don't know how to do it. Like most people probably can't start a fire very well. And then there was sewing and mending clothes.
Yeah. One of the
Some of it
things
was good.
one of the things I got was cursive.
Moving on. Jerk.
I'm sorry, you can edit it out. No, there's some stuff on here that I don't know how to do, and that's sad though.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, we're still learning too. I think we're like that's the thing. Like people see like what Vaughn was saying, you should know how to do this house by 12. I think it's
Yeah.
less like you should know by this age and more so you should be working on it from as early as you can. So I think that was one of the questions you had to say, when do you start learning these? I think basically you start learning the ones you can as soon as you can. And then the rest will kind of A, come naturally. And then B, like you'll just start knowing more. Like if you know how to mow the yard at 8 years old, by the time you're 10, you're gonna know how to do a lot more. So it's like, oh yeah, I can mow the yard. I can patch drywall. I started taking the responsibility and getting good at it, and I just kept getting more. And then like by the time you're 18, like you'll be able to do like handyman work.
yeah. Yep.
Like kind of just you get to know how to do it just because like you have to know. Like as the opportunity comes up, you do it. Like for instance, see what else did I do? I know there's something else. I guess the fan is like the best one I have right now. It's like I didn't know how to do that, but I learned because I had to. It's like that's what they had me do, so I had to learn how to do it. A lot of the stuff I know at work,
Didn't you
like the
do
framing stuff, I know because I had to know so I could do it.
Did you do plumbing stuff?
No, no, I did a sup pump. That's not a septic pump or a septic pump. That's where you dig a hole in a foundation or something, and then you stick a pump in there, and it's basically dehumidifies it, so it's not all wet.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't count. You also had a question on like, do these look different for men and women? I think we kind of already answered that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look different, but some of them overlap.
Yeah. Like I'm completely clueless when it comes to certain things, but I can, put a nail on a wall and hang a picture frame.
Mm-hmm. Though I'd say you are more handy than most girls.
I don't feel like I should. I feel like most girls should know how to do that.
I ain't disagreeing with that, but my earlier comment still stands. Like seriously, there's some girls up here because they're like super feminine, and I'm just like, I bet you don't know how to do half these things though.
And in their quote unquote femininity, they're not feminine because they refuse to do quote unquote man work. And
here's what I was thinking of. There's masculine work, and then there's feminine work.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just neutral work. Like gardening,
Yeah.
that's not masculine, that's not feminine, that's neutral. Either can do that. You can't be a gardener and say, I do a masculine job.
Yeah.
You're not doing a feminine job, but you're not really doing a masculine job either. Now, gardening and farming are a little different.
I think in how they do it, it becomes masculine and it becomes feminine.
Yeah,
like just them being men.
Like the job itself.
Them just being men farmers makes it masculine, and them just being women farmers also makes it feminine.
Farmers is
that's interesting
because then in a farmer they have like specific jobs within the farm, and the girl has specific jobs within the farm. But those are masculine and feminine, at least more so.
Yeah.
But like I would say, like framing, that's a masculine job. Does that mean a girl can't do it? No, she's not going to be as inclined to it. And cooking, that's more of a feminine job. Can a guy not do it? No, some of the best chefs are guys.
Hmm.
It's just women are more inclined to do it. And then there's
And
stuff like say what?
and chefs for a business are different than just home cooks.
Yeah.
If it's like if you just really love cooking and that's your job, that can be a masculine thing. But cooking in
Oh, yeah.
general is more feminine because it's home
Mhm.
based and God signed women for the home.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're saying
I
something?
was trying to think of a completely neutral one, but I don't really think I can, other than like the gardening. It's like gardening's masculine and feminine. It's not like if you do that, if you're a guy and you're doing it, you're not feminine. And if you're a girl and you're doing it, you're not masculine. Is that the word? I don't know.
The changing the tire and oil stuff, that seems more masculine.
Yeah.
But we were saying that girls should know how to do it too.
Yeah, like just like guys should know how to cook, which is more the feminine role.
Hmm.
Girls should know how to do that stuff as well. It's like, yeah, like part of the reason it's like sweet when a guy does that is because it's like it makes it more sweet if the girl can do it, but he says, "Nah, I'll do it for you."
Yeah.
Just like how opening the door for a girl, the guy does not have to do that, and the girl, because the girl very well can open the door for herself. But the reason
Mhm.
that shows the respect and shows like honor and whatnot is because it's like, yeah, you can do this, but I'm not gonna make you.
You don't need to.
It's like I'm gonna do it for you, even though you can do it. Like you can do it just as good as I can.
You too can open a door.
That's what makes it honorable, like respectful.
Yeah. Seth has shoved me out of the kitchen before.
Yes, I have. She's very stubborn.
He like directed me out of the kitchen, sat me on the couch, put a blanket on me, and said, "Stay." And then he went to go do the dishes.
Hey, little tip, guys. Sometimes you gotta treat your girl like a dog. Give them direct commands.
I thought you were gonna say princess because that was very well princess treatment.
Yeah, yeah. Stay. Sit. Sit. I might have even said sit.
No, you just said
Don't worry,
stay.
guys. I did this in a loving way. I was not degrading her.
Yeah. It was sweet. Okay, next question. You mentioned this earlier. You said to go to your dad or your grandpa or something,
Hmm.
and YouTube as a last resort. Do you think how we acquire these skills, or like how we acquire them, is just as important of what we're acquiring?
Just as important. I would say at least almost. I think you have to acquire them like you want to acquire them from a real person if you can, for
Yeah.
multiple reasons. One, it helps you bond with that person. And then two, they can actually teach you a whole lot better than YouTube can. They'll give you these little tips and tricks. Like if you're changing the oil, they're gonna tell you, hey, make sure you don't cross thread this. Probably because they had experience with that. I'm definitely not mentioning myself on that. I definitely didn't cross thread the oil cap one time or the oil plug one time and spill all the oil. But like YouTube's not going to tell you that. Guy on YouTube's not going to be like, most of them won't be like, and then just make sure it's not cross threaded. They're just doing it to sound like professional. They're doing it like, here's what you need to do, and then they're leaving it. But when you do it to an actual person, they're like, here's some of the mistakes I made when I did this. And so I'm going to tell them to you now so you can like not make those same mistakes. And just stuff like that. It's like that's helpful. But I really think the main thing is that you bond with someone when you do that. Like my dad
What
taught
if,
me how to change the oil.
yeah,
That's just normal for me. So many people either don't know how or they go to YouTube to do it. My dad taught me how to change brakes.
but
I don't know if I remember how to do it.
a lot of people also don't have a dad who teaches them such things or does those things with
Yeah.
them.
Got option B, my grandpa. Most grandpas know how to do these things because they lived in a time when this was normal.
That's true.
So you don't have a grandpa either. Go find some random guy in your church community who you know can do
Yeah.
this and ask him to teach you.
Yeah.
He's not going to be like, oh, how dare you ask me? Go get your dad to do it.
Yeah.
He may not be able to do it as soon as you want. Maybe he has stuff going on, but he'll help you out.
Dad's going on a hunt with one of the younger guys pretty soon. They're going on a hunt together. And I think this is his first big game hunt. And he's like 27 or something. So
See, I've gone hunting with my dad, but never held the gun myself. Once I got my hunter safety stuff, we had been up in Idaho and we just don't have anywhere to hunt. We
yeah,
just haven't have any way to put the meat. So I need to go
Yeah.
hunting still.
yeah,
That's something
you can
fresh.
go with that.
Probably going to eventually.
Yeah,
If I move and can actually like, get a tag and all that.
you'll like it.
Yeah, well, get a gun and I get to shoot something.
I think after a while, I think it's fine to expand your knowledge in a way where you're not asking someone in person to help. Like you can read books on these subjects of people who have studied this far better than your mom has studied this. Like
Yeah.
expanding your skills and even learning some of the skills better. Like that cooking book you got me. That's
That I got you, but still haven't given you. She wanted me to keep it and write in it, so I've been working through it, and actually, it's kind of cool. I may be
It's-
skim reading some of it.
maybe. Just maybe. Yeah, just
Definitely
like
maybe.
that kind of stuff is the deep dive things that your mom probably didn't mention. The chemistry behind salt and when it works and why it works and how to use it properly and all this stuff. She probably just told you to put salt on it. You know, she didn't tell you.
Yeah, like I didn't understand it. Now I actually understand the salt and I can salt things better.
Yeah. Oh, have you gotten the egg to work better? Like a scrambled egg since
I
doing that? Or no?
don't make scrambled eggs still.
Yeah. I heard Gordon Ramsay doesn't like to salt his scrambled eggs before frying them. He salts them like after. Apparently ruins the texture. You made a face.
Yes, I did.
I think that is just about the questions we have.
Points. Seth knowing how to do all these things. How to do Seth knowing how to do all the things he knows how to do that a typical 18-year-old guy does not know how to do.
It's true. You know how to do a lot of things that a
Hey,
typical
I had an
18-year-old guy doesn't know how
amazing
to do.
dad who taught me all this stuff.
Yeah.
That really is the thing. So, like most of you guys, if you're listening to this, it's probably a little late for you to get what I got, unless you already had it. Just when you're a dad, make sure to give your kids these things. Even if AI becomes super big and they can go figure it out by themselves, just freaking do it yourself, okay? You're so worried about AI taking over the world? Don't let it take your kids. And then boom, it can't take over the world.
Mm. Same thing with the government and schools.
Down with the public school system.
We should talk about the public schools. Yeah, public school education. One of the points I had on here was Amish girls. If you just look at some Amish,
Wait,
you know,
Hadley. I didn't know you
what?
knew what an Amish was coming from New Mexico.
They're not here, but I do know what Amish
So how do
people
you
are.
know what they are?
I've been alive for a little
How do you know
while.
that they cook? Have you been to an Amish wedding? Oh my word. If you haven't been to an Amish wedding, you have not lived.
Take me to an Amish wedding.
Amish
I
weddings are
don't
the
know.
best.
I
They're
don't
like,
know
they
if
bring you food after food after food. And then for dessert, they pass around this big old bowl of candy. Not none of this small, like, sharing size. They have like king size candy bars in there.
Oh my
It was the
word.
best. And then we left because then we were Amish and it was the Amish part next, and they all got drunk or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, I want to go
One
to an
weird
Amish
thing.
wedding now.
The weird thing is they like serve the guys first and then it's the girls. But you seriously
Yeah.
sit down on these long tables and they start passing food down and you're just like, and that's Amish cooking. It's like not catered. It's like the Amish cooking stuff. This stuff is like
Yeah.
good food.
Yeah.
I want an Amish wedding.
Okay, as Christians, let's get you an Amish wedding. Somehow. You're gonna have to explain to me before
It is
all this work.
the best.
Just a lot of food. Anyway, the girls know how to cook. And you just watch them in the
Yeah, they
kitchen.
do.
Like there's this one girl I was watching, and you just like watch her, you know, she's peeling apples or she was cutting potatoes or tomatoes. I don't know. She was cutting something. It was just so natural to her. Like she had done it a million times and she had done it a million times. Like just
Yeah, I know,
doing
like,
these Like she
Post
looked like that
honesty.
was her place. Like she
Yeah.
like that was her home, and that was where she was most skilled at. Like watching just a skilled carpenter carve something out of wood. Like he's done it a million times and he's amazing at it. It's like that. Perfecting the skill. Not only knowing the skill, but being good at it. Being great at it.
Amish girls are actually so dang good at cooking. It's like Michigan, we were basically tons of Amish people. And then Indiana right next to us, there's a stinking Amish town a few like 30, 40 minutes away. That's how many Amish people there were. This wasn't like no small Amish town. This is like a big Amish town. They had these huge like convenience stores and all that. Basically, we knew had some like friends. I don't think they were from church, at least not the one we are currently going to. But like they used to be Amish and then they weren't. They just like they were still like super good at cooking, like all of them. And they didn't do
Yeah.
like they would do like this actual food. Like this is homemade food. This isn't stuff from a box. This is homemade food. And they were all so good at it. And you're just like, this is good. Like half the time you'll go to someone's house and you'll be like, this food is kind of gross.
Yeah.
But I can't say that because that's rude. And these
Yeah.
people, they're like, "Oh, have you tried this like fruit or like this like vegetable or whatever?" And then they just give you like a plain slice of something and like they put salt on it, and you do that, and you're like, "I didn't know this was a thing. Like I didn't know this vegetable existed, but
Yeah.
it's good."
Yeah.
And there's like, "Oh, look, we have like these wild onions we grow right here," and then they just take it, eat it, and like they're not like you can do that too. They're not mad like, "Oh, you picked our onions." It's like, no, eat it.
So not only are they making all their food from scratch, like their meals from scratch, because we cook a lot at home too. We're making our stuff from scratch, but they make their own butter from scratch, and they make their own cheese from scratch. They make everything from
Hadley
scratch.
really wants to do this, guys. She's been like wanting to do this for so long.
I've made butter before, but I want to go out and milk a cow, skim my own cream, and make butter myself. I told my dad I want a cow, and he was like, "That sounds like a husband problem." Actually, no, he didn't even say husband problem. Did he? For a second, I thought he might have said that sounds like a Seth problem.
Oh no! Don't give your dad any more ideas. I might talk to him about that. Tell him he can't be saying that. When I say tell him that, I mean like beg him. Because like he can say what he wants. But I just mean like beg
Please.
him. Please don't say that.
Oh, you want a cow, I'm sure.
It's not the
Want a
cow I'm
couple
worried
cows.
about. It's whatever comes next I'm worried about. Next you'll be like, I want 5 pigs, 30 goats. I want 800
But
ducks.
you do too. You do too.
I'm like the logical one here. I know that that's not going to happen, at least for a long time. You'd be like 2 years in, you're like, where are my goats?
Where's my cow? Yeah. I want to make my own cheeses and butters, and
If you make your own cheese, you will be Dan's absolute favorite sister-in-law.
he loves cheese.
Dan is like the cheese king.
Cheese king. I should bring him
I
a
mean,
wheel
the
of
picking
cheese.
it, eating it, not making it. Not
Yeah.
like he's not a connoisseur. He just finds cheese and he eat cheese.
Got any cheese? I should bring him a wheel one of these days. Also-
You bring him a wheel of cheese, he will like love you forever. Maybe Doug
I've
do that.
made-
Then I might need to fight him off.
I've made mozzarella before, but that's like the easiest cheese in the world to make. And I did it with
mozzarella, but that's
vinegar.
easy.
It is easy. It's literally just curdling milk over the
Yes.
stove.
I once made scrambled eggs and they tasted okay.
He made us cheesecake before.
Yeah, that wasn't very good either.
It was good. It was really
It needed
sweet.
to be mixed more.
No, it didn't. It needed to be chilled more. And probably mixed less. Like you whipped the heck out of that.
No, there's still chunks of cream cheese.
Okay, so like more thoroughly mixed. But your mom's, is it fluffy? Or is it more like dense when she makes
I
it?
just eat it and it's good.
Okay.
That's
if
as
you
far
whip
as my
it-
cooking knowledge goes. Does it
If you
taste good?
whip the cheesecake he was making was a no bake. And
It was amazing when my mom makes it.
he put it in the stand mixer and whipped it. If you keep whipping it, you'll just get like this frosting mixture though. So that's what I'm saying. It needs to be kind of denser.
Guys, I just realized something. Oh, my camera got clear. Dang.
Okay.
Okay. And that is a wrap. I'm gonna make Hadley do the outro though.
Oh yeah. I think I just slapped a Bible verse on there because I was done.
Because she was done.
I was done. Okay. There's so much to do, too much to learn, a whole world to explore, and there's not enough time. Learn as much as you can. Grow, teach others. Cultivate a vast knowledge of practical, beautiful, fun, and wise skills. Be diligent, pray, find strength in Christ. May He bless the work of our hands. The end. Can you do that? Did you make a sound? Are you muted? I can't hear you.
Yeah, because nothing's coming out of my mouth. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. This probably won't be out till Saturday because I just don't want to edit it right now. I have to go do things, be places.
Yeah.
Busy guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, bye bye.
Bye.